scams, that's when they will be online and also offline. Then the social engineering, that's what we'll talk about. Next slide. Okay, online scams, because basically we want to talk about online scams. Now, the first thing we do is for you to even understand how the internet works, and we cannot go there now, but the basic thing is to know how to recognize a URL, like a web address. Now, this one, http www.example.com, is an example of a website address, just like you have your facebook.com, twitter.com, and the rest. Now, the HTTP is the prefix. It stands for protocol. Some will say HTTPS. The HTTPS means secured. And let me put it throughout this lesson, because I didn't have time to put this lesson, this PowerPoint. Our lessons they are going to be scattered. I didn't combine them, so you have to listen from. You have to listen to every aspect. So you'll be getting the lessons. Number one thing is that when you want to buy anything online, make sure that this HTTP showing is not HTTP. It should be HTTPS. Because of our time, we won't go more than that. But just know, if you see HTTP there, do not try and buy something on that website. That's for that. That's the prefix. Then the www is what we call subdomain. The next one, example, is the name of the site. Then the last one is the extension, or TLD. Now, the name and the extension, you can use it together to go to a website. Without the rest, the browser will take care of the rest for you. Now, this is what we use to identify each website. It's like a house address. Your house address, you know, it's very unique to your house. The same thing here. So now, why am I saying this thing? There are some links that you are going to click, and they will download something on your phone. You will not know automatically. So number one thing to avoid that is to set your browser not to download automatically. We cannot go into details now, but at least if you jot it down, you can browse it. How to set my browser not to download automatically. You are free from that aspect. The next thing is, I don't know, this bullets, there are two links there. Can you help me change it to white color? Okay, the first one I said, opportunities from government websites must have .gov.ng as the TLD. That's as the extension, like a replacement of that .com. You see .com, .org, .ng, .com, .ng, like that. So now, for another lesson is that whenever you hear something that is being done by Nigerian government, maybe social investment program or anything, either the federal government or the state government or scholarship, that site must have .gov.ng as that .com as the extension. If it doesn't have, there is 99% probability that it is a scam. Now, the remaining 1% is a situation whereby it's also a government website, but at that, you will see that website on the official website of that ministry, maybe Ministry of Education. On the official website that has .gov.ng, they are going to tell you the name of that website there. So if you go to the official website and you cannot find it, just know that it's a scam. If it deals with Nigerian government, .gov.ng. If you are in the US, it's .gov. Then sometimes .us, but majorly .gov. So, but with Nigerian it concerns us. Anything government that you want to do, it must have .gov.ng, or else you are just giving your information to scammers. Okay. The next link. Now some of us do receive WhatsApp messages that says click on this link to get I made example of Jumia here. Click on this link to get maybe discount on Jumia, stuff like that. Now, one thing you should do, the link that is there is not correct. You know, I wrote scam link there. It is not correct. Now, what such things, mostly they are usually scam. But for you to know if it is real or not, because we have one recently that is palm play. Palm play is real because the company is big and they have their official URL that you can use. So if you see that official URL, which you can browse on Google, check for that URL is real. But mostly things like that, they are usually not real. And if we discover the one of palm play, they are using it for advertisement purposes. After a while, they are going to shut it down. So I gave the example of that link there, the scam link. Then this second one, I would have preferred if you can see this second one. But I don't know if we have seen bit.ly before. Okay, now some people do say it's a scam link. It can either be a scam link or not a scam link. Number one thing is, if you have set your browser not to download automatically, you can try and click on it. When you click on it, you will know. Now, number one, if another lesson is, if you click on a link and it's loading page, maybe I click on example.com. After 2 seconds, example.com changed to about example2.com or another url.com. Changing like that is a red flag. That's, we call it redirecting. Is a red flag on its own. Now, what was that? Okay, I was talking of bit.ly. bit.ly is a URL shortening service. For example, the other time we were shown our Telegram link. You know, it's too long, so it's not easy for people to call it out, to share it like that. So that's why there is a service like that, bit.ly. You can go there and shorten your URL. So it will now be something like bit.ly/Akure Youths Camp 2021. You know, it's easy to tell someone, unlike the ones with Q, capital Q, small q, before you can call it. So that's why I said maybe a scam link. It might be and it might not be. You have to cross check it. Then number one thing is, the person giving you the URL, cross check the person if it's dependable. All right, let's go to the next thing. Okay, now we have online scams, and we've talked about how to recognize URL and stuff. Now the next one is hacking. Normally I do think it is older people like 50 years above that they do hack their WhatsApp accounts. But recently I discovered that a lot of youth, a lot of 20s, they're hacking their WhatsApp account, and I'm like, what's happening? Because I don't know who can hack my WhatsApp account. I don't know. So number one, what they usually do is that they call you and tell you that maybe they are from so group, something like that they will send a message to you, and you should send the number back to them so that they will add you to one group in your church. They might even mention the name of your church, because they might have asked someone in your church. Now they have access to the church group chat. They can take your number there, so they know you at least from your church. So that one is also under social engineering. So another lesson we have to learn from there is that any message that is sent to your phone, any message, either you are the one that initiated it or not, do not give the numbers there to anybody. Don't even give it to your friend. We have cases where friends, they initiated a transaction online because they have access to the bank account details of their friends. They initiated it and they took the phone and they looked at it and they were able to make the transaction. Friends. So don't give anybody that number. The best thing you can do, if you are not the one that initiated it, just ignore the message. Do you understand? That's the lesson from that part. Then the same thing, Facebook too, they can send link to you. Now Facebook has gone past that one, they've updated their security, but there was a time that these people, they went ahead to go and check all the URLs and the payloads. You might not understand that. They combine it together, they combine it to a link that when they send it to you and you click on that link once, it's going to change your email and your password. But currently, Facebook has overcome that threat. And even as Facebook overcome that threat, they are also advancing. They are also advancing. Knowledge is advancing. They will look for a way to do it again. So concerning Facebook, another thing they do is that if I am his friend, what's your name? Favor. If I am Favor's friend on Facebook and they are targeting me, they can clone Favor's account with all his pictures and send a new friend request to me. Now when I see that friend request, oh, this is Favor now, I know him now, I'll just click it and I will start chatting with him. So that's no, you have to accept the friends, but you must be careful. Then when you know that I'm already friends with Favor before, Favor is sending a friend request to me, the best thing you can do is just to pick your phone and call him. Are you the one? Or if you can search for the previous account, send a personal message to him that are you the one? Because I have some friends too that have about 3 Facebook accounts. So, but when you just see someone that is sending a Facebook account to you and you are friends with that person before, number one is a red flag. You must be careful. You must be careful. So another thing they do on WhatsApp and Facebook is, that one is under social engineering now. If they hack someone's account, let's say Favor is my contact on WhatsApp, they hack my account, they can contact Favor and tell him, please, I need so amount of money currently, urgently. I mean this thing, something like that. And Favor will think he's chatting with Abraham and he will send the money. I will even tell him, oh, my account is something, please send it to my friend's account. He will send the account to him. Yes, things like that. They will just make up one story. And normally such things can still be traced. But in a situation whereby Nigeria is so corrupt, I pray God will help us. In a situation whereby someone duped you of 50,000 naira and you went to the police, they can trace him. They can. Forget that our police, some of them they have the technology to trace that account, but they will tell you bring 100,000 naira. You know that someone stole your money. They will tell you bring money before they can help you do anything. So at best you just say oh, let me just leave it. So you see why we should be careful. Then another thing is debit card. That's what we call ATM. Please, I want to beg every one of us, your ATM card, keep it securely, especially if you are using MasterCard and Visa card. If you are using draft card, you are still safe to some extent. Now, why do I say that? There are some sites, they are legitimate sites now, not Nigerian sites, foreign sites, that you can buy something without them sending OTP to your mobile phone. There are some sites that you can buy with ATM. If I have your ATM, I just need for example, GoDaddy is a hosting company. Some of us might know GoDaddy, a very big hosting company in UK. They are very, very legitimate. But I can use a MasterCard with the 3 digits at the back. That's CVV. And the expiry date without password to buy a domain name. No. Because I've done it before. Then I was even angry. I had to go to the bank and they told me that it is MasterCard. They have little control over it because it's a foreign company. It's only based in Nigeria. MasterCard and Visa, they are not based in Nigeria. So since then, I've been very, very careful of my ATM card. Now, the latest technology now is what we call NFC. That's near field communication. Now, ATM card can be in your bag and they put the device, they just swipe it. One of the reasons why I said you need the Holy Ghost, that's one of it. Because only Holy Ghost that can from that time. Those devices in Nigeria yet, but they will be there. They will be very soon. The next one to talk about too is not in Nigeria yet, but very there. Some of us, you don't have a phone, you want to do something. Oh, please switch on your Wi-Fi for me, your hotspot for me. Don't do that again. act on your bank app. Now, on your device, before that information reaches your device, your username and your password, it is not encrypted. It's when it gets to the internet that is encrypted. Now, if you open the browser now and you want to Facebook, you enter it. You enter your password and email, and you logged in. I can show you your password from that same computer. So far, you've not shut down. I can show your password. Okay, if on Chrome, let's Chrome, and you want to log into Facebook, and you enter your email and click login. Now, if you don't shut down the computer at that time, I can show you your password. That password I enter and it's asterisk. I can show you in plain text. If it is Abraham. So now, how it applies to me is that now Wi-Fi is as the Wi-Fi device now, either the phone or the router or whatever, is standing as the gateway to the internet. Now, someone that is having access to that router on some software, and where it can go there, it can see the website you are visiting, everything that you are sending to the website, things that are coming back before it gets encrypted. So that's why you should never use a free Wi-Fi public place. You can use your phone if you trust, but don't trust that person. Okay, move on because of our time. Okay, we have talked about a little where the other thing they do engineering, the art of exploiting human psychology rather than hacking techniques. Like when I said I can go see your this thing, unlike to gain access to systems or data. What concerns now is data. So now, how many people have been called before? They say, hello, UBA bank, from your bank. They will tell you, I'm calling from your bank. They won't tell you the name of the bank because they don't know the name of the bank. They have number and probably they have it. And I quickly want to shift you. You're secure. Don't be afraid. Some people are peddling the information that if they have VPN, they can use it from your account. See, I have account number. I have a way that I can get it. So your BVN, having your BVN is not this thing. That's they need to. They have your BVN, they might not have your, or maybe you can't that they have. They have you and talk to you psychology. They tell you are from your bank, and you already know. They just say you are CMB. They just say you. So be wary of that. Just know that. Give any information to anybody calling from your own phone. It's possible they call you from your bank on phone, but when it's yes, when that person will give you your date of birth, ask you questions that only you can do. Questions when the bank, which branch open the bank, like that, they can ask you. And when did you your BVN, they can ask you such too. So that time when someone is asking such, you feel at home. You might, it's not 100%. Someone from the bank it can be their job because they get BVNs and phone numbers from bank and against you. So they just call you. Keep yourself from that. Your date of birth. Your code, emails, don't back out to anybody. So another thing they do is they call you from UK. Is he Uncle Obi? They say, stuff like that. That's social engineering. Is a of our time. Let's go to the I wanted to talk about IB scams. Means that IB scams. I talk about is not working, not ready to that physical address. Now, people now they are on physical address. You can even visit them. Visit their house. You will think you are not, but it's gone. Okay, to the next slide because of our time. Now these are investments, and people are for this, most especially youth. They are, and the millions of naira are investing in farms. You will be shocked that I agree that there is no money in Nigeria. Okay, maybe now this is a Twitter screenshot. If you have been doing of money, all your money is an investment or Ponzi scheme, and someone will reply, how do you operate? Can't see that place. Okay, and the AFCC don't have to stop body guests of their money again. If they scam, if you go to them, they will bring money. Just let me just forget it. Okay, now it's a huge problem. Fund of forex. Too many investors. MBA forex is the name of an investment scheme. They are doing forex trading. I know some youths, they are into forex. One is investment, not now. Someone said, I know of knowledge of investment knowledge because is depressing. Now, 13.5 million in capital. You might say that 13.5 million, that person might be lying. What they do is now when today they are going to a marketer, unofficial marketer, like I mean, they are paying me. Come meet you. Because they are so sure that money from 100,000 everyone doing. That's why 5 million is very close a month. Another person said W debt 100 million. This one has been very instructive. Our funds. People. Number 3. Attract Nigerians who are agreed have business. You do it before you can be free. As a don't be greedy. So greediness can push you. You don't have to greed. Only goes you still. MBA Forex was a company. Also had cool people. So this that she with because let's move now. Some side names of this one pick